ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्त्वि अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
तदात्मनिरते उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेया उपनिषत्सु ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
केनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः
येनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः
येन प्राणः प्रथमः प्रैतियुक्तः
केन प्राणः प्रथमः प्रैतियुक्तः
येनेषितां वाचमिमां वदन्ति
केनेषितां वाचमिमां
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कवुदेवो युनक्ति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कौ देवो युनक्ति
एवं पृष्ठवते योग्याय आह गुरुः
एवं पृष्ठवते योग्याय आयुः गुरुः
शृणु यत् त्वं पृच्छसि
शृणु यत् त्वं पृच्छसि
मन आदिकरणजातस्य
मन आदिकरणजातस्य
सः देवः स्वविषयं प्रति प्रेरयिता
कः देवः स्वविषयं प्रति प्रेरयिता
कथं वा प्रेरयति इति
कथं वा प्रेरयति इति
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनो यत्
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनो यत्
वाचोह वाचं सब प्राणस्य प्राणः
वाचोह वाचं सौ प्राणस्य प्राणः
चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमुच्य धीराः
चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमुच्य धीराः
प्रेत्यास्मालोकादमृता भवन्ति
प्रेत्यास्मालोकादमृता भवन्ति
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम्
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम्
शृणोति अनेन इति श्रोत्रम्
शृणोति अनेन इति श्रोत्रम्
शब्दस्य श्रवणं प्रति करणम्
शब्दस्य श्रवणं प्रति करणम्
शब्द अभिव्यञ्जकं श्रोत्रम् इन्द्रियम्
शब्द अभिव्यञ्जकं श्रोत्रम् इन्द्रियम्
तस्य श्रोत्रम् सः यः त्वया पृष्टः
सः यः त्वया पृष्टः
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कौ देवो युनक्ति इति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कौ देवो युनक्ति इति
असो एवं विशिष्टः
असौ
असौ
एवं
एवं
विशिष्टः
विशिष्टः
श्रोत्रादीनि नियुङ्क्ते इति वक्तव्ये
श्रोत्रादीनि नियुङ्क्ते इति
नियुङ्क्ते इति
वक्तव्ये
वक्तव्ये
ननु एतत् अननुरूपं प्रतिवचनम्
ननु
ननु
एतत्
एतत्
अननुरूपं
अननुरूपं
प्रतिवचनं
प्रतिवचनं
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम् इति
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम्
श्रोत्रस्य
इति
श्रोत्रम् इति
नैष दोषः
नैष
नैष
दोषः
दोषः
तस्य अन्यथा विशेष अनवगमात्
तस्य
तस्य
अन्यथा
अन्यथा विशेष
विशेष
अनवगमात्
अनवगमात्
यदि हि श्रोत्रादिव्यापारव्यतिरिक्तेन
यदि हि श्रोत्रादिव्यापारव्यतिरिक्तेन
श्रोत्रादिव्यापारव्यतिरिक्तेन
स्वव्यापारेण विशिष्टः
स्वव्यापारेण विशिष्टः
व्यापारेण विशिष्टः
श्रोत्रादिनियोक्ता अवगम्येत
श्रोत्रादिनियोक्ता
श्रोत्रादिनियोक्ता
अवगम्येत
दात्रादिप्रयोक्तृवत्
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 तदा इदम् अननुरूपं प्रतिवचनं स्यात्
तदा इदम्
तदा
अननुरूपं
इदम्
प्रतिवचनं
अननुरूपं
स्यात्
प्रतिवचनं स्यात्
Yeah, see, one of the important mantras of all the Upanishads. Mantra reveals the Vastu Pratipadana mantra. And the method of revealing the Vastu also is beautifully given. Tasya Tatu. Tasya Tatu iti. It's a formula. Shotrasya. Anything you take Tasya Tatu. Tatu is Tatu. So here Shotram, that is Tatu. Manasaha Manaha. Manaha is Tatu. What is Shrotram? Shrotram is an organ. Shabda Abhivanjakam Indriyam. Karanam is an organ. Indriya. By which we perceive sound. There is cognition of sound because there is Karana. Shabdasya Shravanam Prati Karanam. Shabda Abhivanjakam Iti. The two Shotrams, one is in Shashti, other one is Pratama. Similarly, Chakshushah, Chakshuhu, Pranasya, Pranaha. That which is in Shashti Bhakti is refers to the Indriyani. And that which is in Pratama Bhakti, that is the Vastu. So that which is Shrotram is the Manaha. That which is Panaha is the Chakshuhu. That which is Chakshuhu is the Pranaha. How can that which is Shrotram be Chakshuhu? Because it is Vastu. Therefore, it is not just behind only the Shrotra Indriya. It's behind Chakshusha also. Behind Netrendriya, it is behind Manaha also, behind Pranaha also. Because of which the Indriyas are Indriyas, they function. All sense organs are able to function because of that. Therefore, it is not restricted only to that particular Indriya. So that Vastu is presented through that very Indriya itself. That's why it is in Pratama Vibhakti. It doesn't mean it is restricted only to that Indriya. So therefore, whether it is Shrotram or Manaha or Chakshuhu or Pranaha, that question doesn't arise. That is the method by which the Vastu is revealed. So if it is Shrotrasya Shrotram, It is not there is another ear behind the ear or another eye behind the ear. It is a vastu. Then Akshepa is. Then why don't you just describe the vastu? Why you are presenting in this way, by which the clear knowledge is not gained. The question asked is, what is a vastu? Kena preshitam manaha kena pranaha iti taha iti. So prashnana rupam prativachanam vaktavyam. Therefore, this is not appropriate. The answer is not in keeping with the question. Iti purvapakshi. असो एवं विशिष्टः श्रोत्रादीनि नियुङ्क्ते इति वक्तव्ये. असो that which is endowed with so and so विशिष्टः इति वक्तव्ये. Therefore श्रोत्रादीनि वक्तव्ये, श्रोत्रादीनि नियुङ्क्ते इति वक्तव्ये, that is which is endowed with this feature, operates that directs the ears, etc. But I've been told like that. Instead you answer to the question, and that answer is ananarupam, prativachanam ananarupam, doesn't befit. Because the expectancy of the listener is not fulfilled by your answers. What is the expectancy? Expectancy is something is there and that is endowed with certain attributes. So that behind that is behind the indriyas. So they operate. So therefore, Shotra can hear. So that is expectancy. So when the expectancy is not fulfilled, then what will happen? The listener may lose interest or may lose shraddha. So therefore, this question is asked. Therefore, this objection is raised by the Purvapakshi. For the Samadhanam given, no, there is no defect in the Prativachanam. It is absolutely perfect. Because Tasya Anyata Vishesha Anagavamat. It doesn't have any special features so that it can be described. There is no way. So that vastu cannot be distinctly presented because it is not endowed with distinct attributes, distinct features, distinct qualities. The vastu, in fact, it is not available for words. Ito vacho nivartante. It is above shabda pravritti nimitta. That's why ito vacho nivartante. Only the 4 type of words, jati, guna, kriya, sambandha, they only can describe a thing. What about the vastu? It doesn't belong to any of these 4. Only when a thing belongs to either of these 4, jati, kriya, guna, sambandha, then only it has shabda, it's got shabda pravritti nimitta. Gata, when we say, gatatvam asti, therefore gataha. So gata, when we say, artha spuranam happens. There is pot thought, pot consciousness in your buddhi. Mata, when you say, mata is another jati. So there is corresponding mata consciousness. Similarly, pata, when you say pata consciousness. When I say chaitanyam, vastu, chaitanyam is consciousness. But there cannot be consciousness in your buddhi. What is conscious? What thought comes to your mind? What form? It cannot be touched by word. That's why we say, eto vacho nivartante, avang manas agocharam, agocharam iti. Then how do you describe the vastu? How do you answer the question there? So therefore, there is no mistake, there is no dosha, there is no defect in presenting the Pratibachanam this way. So, therefore, Shrotradini, Yadi, and you see Bhashakara further says, Anyata Vishesha Anagavamat, it cannot be presented, cannot be known through through Anyata otherwise, because it doesn't have Vishesha, special features, therefore, Tasya Visheshaha, Vishesha Gunaha, Nasti, therefore, Anavagamat, because of the impossibility of knowing through its Vishesha, because it doesn't have. Suppose, Idi Shrotradi Vyaparena, Shrotradi Vyaparena, Swavyapara, Vishishtaha Shrotradi Niyokta Avagamyeta. Suppose Avagamyeta, Shrotradi Niyokta, that Vastu, if it is Avagamyeta, if it can be known, Shrotradi Niyokta, Niyoktru, the Prerita Niyokta, Vastu. That is what the Shishya asked in the form of the question first mantra. So, Shrotradi Niyokta Avagamyeta, if the Vastu can be understood, Avagamyeta, how? Shrotradi Vyaparena Vitiriktena Swa Vyaparena Vishishtaha. When the Vastu is endowed with Vishishtaha, certain features, certain qualities, which is different from the Vyapara, the activities of the Shrotradi, the Indriyani. Vitiriktam is different. Vitiriktena Yadi Swavyapara Vishishtaha. Swavyapara, its own actions, activities. Yadi Avagamyeta Targi, like what? Datradi Prayoktravat Tarhi Prativachanam Ananarupam. But that is not the case. The example given Datradi Prayoktravat, it is Vitireka Udaharanam. There is a Datra. There is a Datradi. Datradi Prayoktravat. Datri is the cutter. So there is a person, there is a wielder, there is an handler of the Karana. So that being a Karana, a cutter is used by, cutter is the instrument, not the one who cuts. A sickle, for example, if you take Kodali or something, that is handled by a person. So therefore, cutter being a Karana cannot itself will cut. The cutter cannot cut. It must be handled by a person. How does a person handle? That cutter being a Karana, the one who handles must be endowed with the feature to handle the Karana. How does he handle? Through his hands, by his hands, he handles. Without hands, how can he lift the cutter and do the cutting job? He cannot cut without lifting that Karana. So to be lifted, so he has got hands and he has got the power, everything in the hands. So therefore the doer, therefore the karta of this, the karta of this kriya, the cutting action, is endowed with features. So he handles this, is endowed with hasta, is endowed with karmendriya. So he is distinct. He is distinct from the karana, and therefore its karana can be handled by that karta, is a prayokta. So therefore we can describe who handles this karana. That the person, the karta, the datradi, the datra means instrument. The one who wields the instrument. That person is endowed with so and so features. He has got hands, legs, everything, all the karanas, indriyas are there. Jnanendriya, karmendriyas, he can be described. Is different from this datra, the cutter. So therefore, we can describe him. Is it like here? Shrotradi is karana. Now these are handled by whom? The vastu. Can we describe the vastu as we describe the karta of the kriya, the cutting action, which is accomplished by the karta through the instrument, through the sickle, can be described? Not possible. We cannot. So, Datradi Prayoktravat Navagamyeta. If it is so, then you can say Prativachanam is Ananarupam. So, therefore, so we can take another example. If Datradi is not, right? There is a Karanam, Karayanam, car is there, but car cannot, it cannot go by itself. It cannot start by itself. It cannot stop by itself. There must be a person. Car is just an instrument. It's a karana. So there must be a person who can handle the parts of the car, steering wheel, etc. So he can make the car move in the required direction. So to handle the car, the person must be endowed with features. He must have legs, of course, to put brakes. He must have hands to steer. So he must have. So Datradi, here, Ita Datradi. So here Karanam is their car. The handle, the one who drives Karayanam Charati, but Chalaka is the person who is endowed with these features. Therefore, we can describe the person through the driving, through the movement of the car. The car moves because there is a person who makes it move. He must be endowed with all these features. Therefore, the car operating the instruments, the car moves. Is it like here? Shrotram is a Karanam. So there is an operator of the Shrotra. Does he endow with features like the person who drives a car, like the person who handles the sickle? No. Yadi avagamyeta targi prativachanam ananurupam. Na avagamyeta. Therefore, prativachanam is ananurupam, the anurupam iti. Yadi avagamyeta datradi prayoktavat targi prativachanam ananurupam. Na avagamyeta ataha prativachanam anurupameva. Therefore, naisha dosha. Therefore, only no dosha. Because it is the vastu. And also, in another way, also we can explain this. In the case of the cutter, the instrument, and the one who handles that instrument, both belong to the same order, same reality. Vyavaharika. The car and the driver, the chalaka, they belong to the same reality. Vyavaharika. Whereas here, Shrotra, Chakshush, Shrotrendriya, then Manaha, Pranaha, all these Indriyani, Jnanendriyani, Karmendriyani, even Antakaranam also, Antakaranamapi. Between these belong to one order of reality. They are part of the Sukshma Shariram, therefore one order of reality. They are in the Stula Shariram, therefore Stula Shariram functions one order of reality. What about the Vastu? Vastu is Paramarthika. So therefore, these two enjoys different order of reality. Then how would you answer the question of the Shishya? You have to answer only this way. And this is a beautiful way of presenting the Vastu. Therefore, there is no dosha in such answer. In fact, it is a perfect answer. There cannot be any other better way of answering the question. Vishesha anagamamat. Since special features are not there, anagama means not known. Not known means it is not there. There are no linga. There is no linga for the vastu. So therefore, the vastu cannot be described as you described the handler of the instrument in the loka, the world. So vyapara is not there for the vastu. So vyapara is there for the person handling the cutter, the sickle. Whereas swavyapara is not there. Therefore, swavyaparena visishtaha shrotradi niyokta avagamyeta, and that person, if it is this shrotradi vyapara vyatirektena, targi avagamyeta. किंतु तथा न भवति दात्रादि प्रयोक्तृवत् अवगम्येत तर्हि प्रतिवचनम् अननुरूपं भवति किन्तु एतावत् अत्र न. Therefore, it is not. The instrument and the cutter enjoy the same reality. The instrument can remain separately, and the cutter, the one who handles that instrument, the cutter, he can remain separately. Both are available independently. But Shrotra, by Indriya, and Shrotrasya Shrotram, that Vastu, they do not enjoy the same reality. The one who makes the Shrotra function, that is Satyam. And Shrotram, the Indriya, is Mithya. And this Mithya, Mithya is not separate from Satyam. Satyam is independent. Satyam is not dependent on Mithya. Mithya has dependency on Satyam. Therefore, how can you describe Satyam from Mithya? Satyam is independent. Therefore, it is indescribable. So, therefore, but we still try to describe how through the ear, through the karana, through the upadhi. That is what tatastha lakshana. The vastu is described through the karya, through the srishti, like it is done in Taitriya. Yato vacho nivartante. The vastu is described through its karya, this jagat. So jagat becomes a lakshana, tatastha lakshana. Swarupa lakshana is satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Tatastha lakshana is, that is through which it can be pointed out. In fact, we cannot describe also. It is yatova imani bhutani jayante. From that bhutas have come and bhutas are sustained. So yataha yasmat. So that from which this bhutani, this jagat has come. So jagat. So for jagat, that is the karanam. Iti, from the standpoint of the jagat, mithya jagat, the vastu is described. But it cannot describe the vastu in completely. Impossible. But we know, we try to understand the jagat is the karanam. The tatastha lakshana. So therefore, vastu as it is not describable. It is achintyaha. So therefore, because swavyaparatam is not there for the vastu. So how will you describe? Therefore, prativachanam is anurupameva iti. Then further, the Acharya says, let us read from the next sentence. Natu iha
Natu iha
Shotradinam prayokta
Shotradinam
Shrotradim
prayukta
prayukta
Swavyapara Vishishtaha
Swavyapara
Swavyapara
Vishishtaha
Vishishtaha
Lavitradivat Adigamyate.
Lavitradivat
Lavitradivat Adhigamyate
Shotradinam Evatu.
Shotradinam
Shrotradim
Evatu
Evatu.
Okay, first let us understand this sentence, then the next sentence. The next sentence, converse presence is samhatavada. Natu iha shotradinam prayokta svavyaparena visishtaha. That is the conclusion. Labitradivata adigamyate avagamyate. Na avagamyate, na adigamyate is we cannot understand, it's not understood what Shotradinam prayokta. The one who directs the Shotradi Indriyas is not understood. Iha. Why? Because Svavyaparena Vishishtaha. Lavitradivat. Na. Lavitradivat, again, there's another example. Datradivat, Lavitradi. Lavitrada sickle. Lavitrada. That is from the Dhatu, Lunj. Lunj Dhatu. Lunj is Chetanate, to cut. So cutter, sickle. Lavitra. So that being the instrument, there must be a handle of the instrument. So, Lavitradivat, Eta Datradi, similarly, Lavitra, all same. Lavitradivat, Swavyapara Visishtaha, Lavitradivat, Shotradi Prayokta Atra, Na Adigamyate, Avagamyate. So, the instrument being there, and there is the handler of the instrument, wielder of the instrument. The instrument has its own activity, and the one who handles is endowed with certain features, so therefore he handles the instrument. Therefore, Swavyapara Visishtaha Lavitradi. But Shotradinam Prayokta, it is not into Swavyapara Visishtaha. Shotradi has got Vyapara. It has got activity. Shotradi Karana. It can hear Shabd and the Shabda Jnanam, Bhavati Shotrendriyana, Netendriyana, Varna Jnanam Ityadi. So Vyapara Visishtaha, that Indriyas, into Shot Prayokta, the one who handles, doesn't endowed with any features or any activities, like in the case of Lavitradi. So therefore, Lavitradivatana avagamyate iti Vitireka Drishtanta. It's a counter example. So here the Lavitra, the instrument is handling, therefore, because he handles the instrument, he gets a name. He becomes a karta. The one who handles that particular instrument is a wielder of the instrument, therefore that person is karta. He handles, therefore he must be endowed with certain features. He must be endowed with anga, the limbs, avyaya, avayani, avayava. He must be endowed with avayava. So that by operating his avayava, his arms, legs, etc., he handles. He's a karta. But here, Stotradi Prayokta is Atma, Vastu. He is Akarta. So, therefore, this Akartra Atma cannot be understood like the Lavitradi, the Karta. Lavitradi Karta can be understood because that Karta is distinct from the instrument and both belong to the same order of reality and is endowed with certain abilities, certain features. Therefore, he handles the Lavitram. Therefore, he can be understood. But here it is not. Shotradi Prayokta is Akarta. Then how does he handle the Shotradi? Sannidhi Matrena. Sannidhi Matrena eva Niyokta Bhavati. Therefore, he cannot be known. Atma cannot be known. Vastu cannot be known through the Karanadi. Through the operation of the Indriyas, Vastu cannot be known. The operation of the Indriyas just point out there is Vastu, who is behind the functioning of all these Indriyas. Blessed by his presence, the Indriyas function. So he is unlike Lavitradikarta. So Lavitradivat Shrotraadinam prayokta Avitradivat na avagamyate adigamyate iti. The next line. From here, the Acharya presents in another argument, Samhata Vada, put together argument. Let us review. Shrotraadinam evatu
श्रोत्रादीनां
श्रोत्रादीनाम् एव तु
Samhatanam Vyaparena
संहतानां
संहतानां
व्यापारेण
व्यापारेण
Alochana Sankalpa Adyavasaya Lakshanena
आलोचन
आलोचन
संकल्प
संकल्प अध्यवसाय लक्षणेन
लक्षणेन
Pala Abasana Lingena
फल
फल
फल अवसान
अवसानलिङ्गेन
लिङ्गेन
Avagamyate
अवगम्यते
अवगम्यते
Astihi
अस्ति
अस्ति
Shrotradibihi
श्रोत्रादिभिः
श्रोत्रादिभिः
Asamhataha
असंहतः
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 Yat Prayojana Prayuktaha
यत्
प्रयोजन
प्रयोजन
प्रयुक्तः
प्रयुक्तः
Shrotradi Kalapaha
श्रोत्रादिकलापः
कलापः
Grihadivat
गृहादिवत्
गृहादिवत्
Samhatanam
संहतानां
Pararthatvat
परार्थत्वात्
परमार्थत्वात्
Avagamyate
अवगम्यते
अवगम्यते
Shrotraadinam Prayokta
श्रोत्रादीनां
श्रोत्रादीनां
प्रयोक्ता
प्रयोक्तः
प्रयोक्ता
Tasmad
तस्मात्
तस्मात्
Anurupam Eva Idam Prativachanam
अनुरूपम् एव
अनुरूपम्
इदं
एव इदं प्रतिवचनम्
वचनं
Shrotrasya Shrotram Ityadi.
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रम्
श्रोत्रम्
इत्यादि
इत्यादि
This argument here is called Samhata Vada. This Chakshuhu Shrotram Ityadi. All these are an assemblage put together. All these are put together. Shrotram itself is it's not for the sake of Shrotra. It's not for the sake of itself. All these are like a car is put together consisting of parts. All these are parts. So they are put together. Put together is assemblage, samhata. They are put together for the sake of itself. No. So when we say they are put together, it means, is it Chetana or Achetana? It is Achetana. Shrotradi, the Golaka is the physical organs. Physical organs, the ear itself consists of so many parts, it is put together. And all these parts put together, they make the body, the Shariram. The Shariram is an assemblage. The Shariram is an assemblage. The assemblage is not for the sake of the assemblage. So there must be something other than the assemblage for which only this assemblage is created. So because it is an assemblage, therefore it must be Jada. Samhatatvat anatma eva. Jadaha eva. This is one argument we can say. And now Because why because it has got other features that we say jada. What are those other features? That which is jada, it is available for your perception. It is available for your perception. How do you know you have Shotrendriya? Because you are here, you can hear, you are hearing. You have the perceptual knowledge. You have the perceptual knowledge of hearing. So it is a perception. So drishyatvat, because you can see. Shuyamanatvat, because you can hear. Shabda Vishayas can be, they are heard. Objects can be seen. And not only that, objects can be seen through the Karana, and the Karana itself can be seen. See means not physically, even physical organs can be seen. What about the Indriya, which is Sukshma? That cannot be seen, but you can infer because you see, therefore you know you have ears, you have eyes. Because you see, therefore your eyes are there. Eyes means not the physical, talking about the Indriya, that which is behind the Chakshu, the Golaka, Chakshurindriya. Similarly, that which is behind the ear, physical ear, Shotrendriya. Because you can hear, therefore, we can infer there must be Shotrendriya. Some people have Golaka, but do not have the hearing capacity. Some people have eyes, but do not have the faculty, don't enjoy the faculty of seeing. So it's not just Golaka, there must be something behind the Golaka, that is Sukshma, that is Indriya. The presence of, that must be there, that must be present, in the presence of which Golakas are operating. So, therefore, that is also a perception only. Therefore, we can infer. It is inference. Indriyas are their inference. So that is. So therefore, that can be inferred. Which is a knowledge. It's available. Therefore, you use that knowledge. Pramana Vishaya. It is Anumana Vishaya. So therefore, there is perception. Drishyatvat. That is one. That is one reason for a thing to be a jada. And also, the thing which is jada undergoes change. The indriya, the capacity, the power of the indriya do not remain the same. Golakam being what it is. Slowly also Golakam, the parts of the Golaka undergoes wear and tear, do not remain the same. Therefore, the functioning of the indriya slowly deteriorates. It which undergoes change. So any jada must undergo change. Because it is jada. That which undergoes change, it must be jada. It cannot be vastu. Vastu cannot undergo change. Savikari, nirvikara, nirvikara. Nirvikari, Brahma. Savikari, anatma. And because it is jara, it is karya, maya karya, therefore it is endowed with some guna. Because it is karyatvat. Therefore it must be having guna. Sattva, rajas, tama. Put the mixture of these three gunas. Not pure sattva, pure tamas, or pure rajas. It's a mixture of these three. In fact, we know the Shotrendriya, Indriya, if you take, it has come from the Sattva guna of the Akasha. So therefore, Sa guna it is. And therefore it is Sa guna, and it is made of Panchabhuta, Pancha Bhautika, and it is of the nature of coming and going, because it is jada, any jada. Jada doesn't remain the same thing forever. It comes and goes, undergoes agamapaya it is. So these 5 reasons, but the 5 reasons are there to prove a thing is anatma. These 5 things. In the world we see an object. Object is available for drishya. So drishyatvat, first is drishyam, drishyatvam asti. Then it undergoes changes, savikaritvam asti. It is made of the guna, so therefore sa gunatvam. And it's made of the five elements, panchabhautika, the panchabhautikatvam. It doesn't remain. It is there, undergo changes, comes again tomorrow. Shrabhava matyasya, as Nachiketa says. Sasyamiva pachyate. So it comes and goes, it appears and disappears, manifests and manifests, happens. Agamapayi. That's what we say, Agamapayi. So Jada. So all these are the reasons we can say for a thing to be a Jada. So a Jada must have these five things. So if these five things are there, then we can say that a thing is Jadam. And also it is Samhata. It is put together. Therefore only it is available for your perception. Therefore only it undergoes changes. Therefore only it has got certain guna and made of five elements, and it comes and goes, subject to coming and going, because they are put together. They're assemblage. Anything you take, it is an assembly only. Anything in the world you take, it is not one homogeneous thing. It's all put together. Mobile, it's made of so many parts put together, assembly. It's available for your seeing, perception. It undergoes changes. It is also made of elements. It has guna. It doesn't remain same. Sometimes function, sometimes doesn't function. So it is samghata. It is put together. It is because it is put together. Therefore, all these things will be there. So it is samghata, put together. Samghata, the word we can use to refer to the combination, or we can use that word to refer to a part of the combination, assemblage. For both, we can use the word samghata. Samghata means assemblage, or can refer to the parts of the assembly. Samghata. Now, this being, so what about Shotra? Shotradi Indriyas. Shotradi Indriyas, it implies all the karmendriya, even Antakaranam also. Because they are anatma. Anatma, therefore, anatma is jadam. Because it is jadam, therefore it is drishyatvam, savikaritvam, sagunatvam. It is made of five elements, and it has the nature of coming and going, manifest and manifest happens, and it is samghata, put together. Every part is put together. So Shotradiya samghata. In fact, they alone constitute a sukshma shariram. Saptadasha kalabhihi etu tishtati. That is sukshma shariram. So sukshma shariram, the very definition of sukshma shariram itself shows that it is put together. That's what the definition, very definition is. So sukshma shariram has a status of samhatatvam, put together. Therefore only it is jada, because it is put together. Therefore it undergoes changes. Therefore it has got drishyatva. Drishyatva means not that it can perceive by. Sorry, drishyatva is available for your perception, available for the knowledge, available for its not pratyaksha, anumana. Anumana also pramanam. And it is made of panchabhuta. It is agamapayi, sukshma sharira, manifest and manifest. So therefore, sukshma shariram is atma or anatma. It is anatma only. Because it is put together, therefore it is anatma jadameva. So therefore we can say that which is put together is jada. That which is jada will have all these things, five things, the features. You can say by five reasons, by five things we can say a thing is jada, or that which is jada must have these five: drishyatvam, savikaritvam, sagunatvam, panchabhautikatvam, agama payitvam. So any jada must be having these five, and this jada must be put together. Because it is put together, therefore jada. Because it is jada, therefore it can be inferred through any of these five reasons. Now, therefore, we can say now, yatra yatra samhatatvam, tatra tatra jadatvam asti. That is what jada is. How do you distinguish a jada from achetana from chetana? Samhatatvat jadaha, samhatatvat anatma. Therefore, samhatatvat achetana jadaha, therefore it is different. Therefore, chetana, atma must be different. Because it is jada, therefore they don't have, they don't have chaitanyatvam, because they are achetana. But they enjoy sentiency. That sentiency do not belong to themselves. Shrotrendriyadi enjoy sentiency. Does it belong to the Shrotrendriya? No. They are sentient. Even the Sharira is sentient. Sharira doesn't have sentiency of its own. It is sentient because Atma, because of Atma. Sharira cannot have sentiency because Jada. And Shariram is obvious, it is put together. Therefore, it is Jada only. It is Anatma only, Achetana only. But this Achetana Shariram acts as though it is sentient. That is because of avidya. The Chetanatvam do not belong to the Shariram. The Chetanatvam is borrowed. So, that from which it borrows, that is not Samhata. That from which this Chetanatvam is borrowed, that cannot be Samhata. If that is also Samhata, then problem. Then Vastu also become put together. Then put together Vastu must be having another Vastu that must be again put together. Then it will go on. Then we will end up in this Anavastha dosha. Therefore, the Vastu must not be put together. The Vastu must be Asamhata. That which is Asamhata is Atma. That is which is Samhata is Anatma. So therefore, all assemblages are Anatma, Jada. And this assembly are not meant for the sake of itself. There must be a Chetana for that. For Chetana Vastu alone, this assembly is like what? Like a Griha. The Acharya gives an example. A house is constructed for the sake of what? For the sake of house itself. First of all, the house is an assemblage. It has got so many parts put together. Walls, ceiling, windows, floor, rooms. So many things are there. Put together, that is called a house. A house is nothing but put together. Is it put together for the sake of itself? No. There is a person for whom it is meant. So the person has to live. For his living, this house is consisting of assemblage parts is constructed. It is not for the sake of house itself. So therefore, we can say this assemblage. The assemblage is not for the assemblage sake, it is for the Vastu. The Vastu, in fact, it renders sentiency to this assemblage. Assemblage is here Sharira. The Shariri is not put together. Shariri is Asamhata. Shariram is Samhata. Samhatatvat doesn't have Swaprakasha. Therefore, its Prakasha is dependent Prakasha. Paradena. Natu Swaprakasha, it is Paraprakasha. It is enjoys sentiency, not of its own. It's a borrowed sentiency, we say. And also the Samhatatvat, it is not for itself. It is Parartatva, for the sake of something which is other than itself. So this is the argument, Samhatavada. So that the Bhashyakara here he presents. Shrotradinam eva samhatanam vyaparena. Samhatanam, put together. Shotradi, etc., they are put together. So by the vyapara of that, of what? By those which are assemblage. Alochana, Sankalpa, Adyavasaya, Lakshanena. All these are the actions, activities. Alochana will be the dhatu, lok, lochane, lokayati, avalokayati, lochana. Lochana means eyes. So alochana means seeing. Alochanam. Alochana is seeing. Darshanam ityartha, seeing. Sankalpa is desiring, sankalpa. And Adhyavasana is deciding. So all these are the Alochana, Sankalpa, Adyavasaya, Lakshanena. These are the actions. Samhatam Vyaparena, Lakshanena. The activities of the assemblage. Samhatanam Vyaparena. The activity which is in the form of seeing, Sankalpa, desiring, and deciding, Adhyavasana. They serve as what? And Pala Avasana. So, Pala Avasana means Pala, the result. Avasana is the end, the culmination. Because of activity. The activities are there. So therefore there is a Pala, there is a result. There is a result. Pala Avasana. The Indriyas, the activity of the organs, you cannot see the activity of the organ. How you know the eyes see? The eyes see and you have visual perception. Because there is visual perception, therefore only you know that there is Chakshurindriya. Otherwise, how do you know? So you have the perceptual knowledge. That is a Palavasana of regard to the eyes. The eyes have, through eyes we see, that's a perceptual knowledge of seeing, sensory knowledge of seeing, through which we infer that there is Chakshurindriya. So that is a Palavasana. Similarly, with regard to all the Indriyas. So therefore, that becomes the indicator of the operation of the organs. Shotradi Indriyanam. Shotradi Indriyas are there, can be inferred through the indicator. Indicator is the result of the operation, the result of the perception, the operation of the sense organs. The sense organs are operating, that is known through the result. The results become the indicator of the operation of the sense organs. There is a visual perception, therefore there is, you know that you understand that there is Chakshurindriya. Chakshurindriya operates, therefore you know. Similarly, ears. How can the ear see itself? Or how can the other sense organs? Of course, other sense organs can see. That is different. But the ears see, the ears hear, that perception, that because you hear, there is knowledge happening. And the knowledge, because of the knowledge, you know that there is Sotrendriya. Similarly, when you see, you have visual perception, therefore you know that you have Chakshurindriya. So therefore the Pala, Avasana, the Palam becomes the culmination, the end. The indicator becomes, Linga is indicator. The indicator is the end for what? For the rise of knowledge, for the cognition. For the cognition, for the action of the sense organs as the linga, the indicator, in the form of the cognition. Cognition means the rise of the knowledge. whatever the knowledge, whatever the perceptual knowledge. So you have a vritti jnana when you see an object. When you see an object, the object knowledge happens in the form of a vritti. When you hear a sound, there is a vritti jnanam. There is vritti jnanam. You can decipher the sound. So therefore, from that you can arrive at the vyapara of the organs. So therefore, the phala avasana ends in the form of the vritti jnanam, the knowledge happening in the buddhi, cognition. So phalavasana lingena avagamyate. Sotradinam samhatanam vyaparena, and samhata vyapara, which is in the form of seeing, sankalpa, adyavasaya, etc. ityadi lakshanena, phalavasana lingena avagamyate, through the phala, the result in the form of perception, the result in the form of knowledge, the vritti jnanam. Tena, that is a linga, that is an indicator by which Shotradinam vyaparena avagamyate. Avagamyate. Asti e Shotradibi samhataha. Avagamyate exists. From that avagamyate, what avagamyate? From that avagamyate, the perceptual knowledge, what we get through the functioning of the sense organs, and from that we can infer that there must be vastu, because of which the sense organs are sensuous, the sense organs are enjoy sentiency, they are sentient, and there is operation of the sense organ, and therefore there is a cognition, a rise of knowledge. Therefore, the sense organs itself do not produce knowledge because they are samhatatva, they are put together, they are jada. So there must be a vastu because of which the sense organs enjoy sentiency, and therefore there is rise of knowledge, and the knowledge is the revealed by the Atma. So therefore, Atma alone renders consciousness to the sense organs, because sense organs are jada. Therefore, avagamyate, astihi, it exists. What exists? The prayokta, the yukta, the prayokta, for the sake of the prayokta, yet prayojana prayuktaha, for the sake of that person, that is that vastu alone, the shrotradibihi samhataha yet prayojana yuktaha, for the purpose of which alone the assemblage of the shotra, etc., must be functioning for the purpose of that vastu alone, for the purpose of atma alone, vastu alone. Like what grihadivatu. Griham is not made for itself. It is made for yata shotradi kalapaha grihadivatu. Kalapaha put together. The put together of shotradi is not meant for itself. Yet prayojana prayuktaha asti. It is meant for prayojana prayuktaha. It is meant for someone, yasya prayojanena, for the purpose of one who is, the lender of chetanatvam, consciency. The chetanatvam which the sense organs enjoy not by itself. It is rendered by the vastu. So for the purpose of that vastu only, they are put together, indriyas are there in the form of put together, and they function like like the house. The house is, as it is meant for someone who is not part of the assemblage, who is outside the assemblage, who is outside the house. So the grihi is not part of the griha. Then it's a problem. Then grihi cannot go outside. Yes, because he is a part of the griha. So grihi is different from the griha. Yata grihadivat, grihi, binnaha. Grihi is binnaha. Similarly, shotradi kalapaha, the mixture, the assemblage of shotra, etc., is meant for someone who is different from it. Therefore, this assemblage is meant for what? Paratatvat. The assembly, the parts of the assemblage or the assemblage itself is meant for someone who is other than itself. Paratatvad avagamyate shotradinam prayukta. Shotradinam prayukta, the director, the one, the handler, who directs the indriyas. Because indriyas are put together, therefore from the paratatvat, it is not for itself, it is for the sake of someone else. Paraha artaha, eshamte, parartaha. So therefore, it meant for someone else, and who is that one? He is the prayukta, shotradinam prayukta. Therefore, the answer is valid only. The answer what the Acharya gives, tasma, therefore, anurupameva idam prativachanam. This prativachanam, this answer is very much befitting. Anurupam eva idam iti. So, therefore, the meaning is the samhata. By samhatavada, the Acharya says the chakshotradi indriyas, they are put together. Shotradinam astitvam avagamyate, because they are all put together. Therefore, it must be for the sake of someone. In fact, he puts together. Because of him only, they are all put together. So there is a palam. There is a result for anything which is put together. So, like any object which is produced in the world, it has some utility. So samhata must have some utility. It has got some purpose. So therefore, there is a palam is there. The palam is for the sake of what? For the sake of assemblage, or for the sake of the parts of the assembly? No. The palam is for the sake of that which is outside the samhata. It's outside the samhata. So therefore, the vyapara, alochana, sankalpa, etc., all these are characterized. All these characterizes we have the indriyas. They are meant for the person who is not part of the assemblage. So therefore it shows that Chetana Vastu cannot be put together because it is Chetanam. What is put together is Achetanam. Therefore, the Chetana Vastu, it puts together the Achetana Vastu, and there is Prayojanam for this. Prayojanam is Alochana Sankalpa, Adyavasaya Lakshana, Phala Avasana, Lingena Avagamyate. So therefore, like the house that is put together, which is for the purpose of indwelling. So the one who constructs the house, he only constructs the house, he only puts together. Similarly, here also. And put together, because it is put together, the one who constructed the house, he cannot be a part of the house. It is meant for him. So it is he who created the house and he who comes and dwells in the house. Similarly, the Shotradi Indriyas are put together not for the sake of themselves, it is put together for the sake of himself, the Vastu, and therefore there is Vyapara in the form of Alochana, Sankalpa, etc. Sitting in the assemblage, he does all this Vyapara. He does the action of Alochana, seeing, Sankalpa, he plans, he executes, all these are done. So therefore, we can arrive at that. The one who is put together is asamhataha. He is without any attributes, without any features. Then how do you know him? How to present him? In this way only can be presented Shotrasya Shotram Iti. Shotra, the Indriya, is made for the sake of that Vastu, Shotram. Therefore, Prativachanam is Anurupameva. It is through Samhatavada, the Acharya substantiates the answer. Answer is absolutely befitting here. There cannot be better way of saying this. Okay, the Purvapakshi stop here though. Further, he says again he has the same question. Kaha punaha atra padartaha shotrasya shotram ityadeke. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः गुरुजी।
धन्यवादः जय
धन्यवादः जी।
धन्यवादः
Ji, in this, why do the